how do you perceive, how do you look at the freedom fighters, at the movements of liberation that have used arms and violence to gain their rights, to gain back their rights? How do you look at the French Revolution, the Algerian Revolution? How do you see the Lebanese resistance, the Palestinian resistance, the Vietnamese resistance? How do you perceive those movements?
As I earlier said, the very fact that they're putting their life to risk means everything to them, obviously, which needs to be respected and looked at carefully. Now you said all freedom movements have happened by using violence. I want to remind you, I come from a land where we sent away the conquerors who were well established for over close to 300 years in that country by a peaceful movement, without firing a single shot at them, just by a peaceful movement. Never before such a thing has happened. After that, again it's not happened yet, but it is possible. Mahatma Gandhi and the freedom movement in India proved that without violence you can make it happen. And that would be good for us and for our children, because once we start violence, you don't know where it'll end. Because if two parties are determined, both of them are fighting, obviously means both of them believe that what they're doing is right, both of them believe that it's too important for them, both of them are willing to risk their life. Once this comes, the only solution is one of them has to be eliminated. That's not really a solution. That is the problem, isn't it? So, there are peaceful ways of achieving what we want.
There are ways, yes, but how easy is it? How can third world countries face injustice,
it takes much more dedication,
cruelties through forgiveness, tolerance, pardoning?
I'm not talking about forgiveness, tolerance, this, that. I'm just talking about achieving the goal that we wish to achieve. What is it that we wish to achieve? We want to make our nation, our land, our world a place where we and our children can live well, isn't it? I'm just talking about achieving that goal. I am not talking about forgiveness or this or that.
But these are the tools also to reach that goal.
It doesn't matter. We'll look at the tools later. First we have to understand and become a part of the principle, isn't it? The basic goal is we want to live well and we want to ensure that we leave a better world for our children. If that's the goal, how to make it happen, we have to see. But right now, we are forgetting that goal. For us, anger and hatred has become more important than the goal that we want to achieve. Then there's no solution.
So, what is the true value of saints and prophets who are what they are as a result of direct violence inhibition?
They are who they are only because of violence?
Take for instance, Jeanne d'Arc, she's a saint. But Jeanne d'Arc was burnt, and she was a fighter, and she fought for the rights of her people.
See, when you stand up for a certain cause, when you stand up to do certain things, if you do not handle the social realities properly, there will be reactions and there will be consequences. That is why I said, I am not looking at life as a bundle of values and principles. I am looking at life the way it is and saying how to get to a point where all of us want to get. If you ask any human being on this planet, when he is feeling like a human being, you will see he wants to live peacefully, joyfully, lovingly in the world. This is the truth with every human being. When he is feeling like a human being, when he is angry with you, he will say something else. But when he is feeling like a human being, this is what he wants. So if this goal has to be achieved, how to get there? Let us not go by the examples that's gone bad in the past. Why are you picking up examples that went bad? Why don't you look at examples that worked? You're looking at examples that did not work. Just getting emotional about a certain issue and going out on the street may not be the solution. It may not work every time. You have to consider the realities in which you exist and look for a proper form of solution. What solution they found 100 years ago may not be a solution today. You have to look at the current reality, but all the time not forgetting what is the goal that we want to achieve. If your goal is just that you want to suppress somebody and you want to become dominant, then the fight is endless. Then we are not talking about peace. If we are really talking about peace, then there's a solution.